So today is the last lesson of the unit, 3.5, level 9. I can graph and solve a system of linear inequalities, not equations. So I have two of these inequalities, and we're going to graph to see where they intersect. So first I need to get them to where they're graphable. This guy right here, we need to get y by itself. So if I subtract 2x from both sides, I end up with y. My sign stays the same. This is now negative 2x plus 1. I'm going to go ahead and graph it. My y-intercept is 1. And then we're going to go down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1. We're going to go the other way. Up 2 to the left 1, up 2 to the left 1, and then up 2 to the left 1. I'm going to connect all of these points, but it cannot be a solid line. This says greater than, not greater than or equal to, so we need to do a dashed line. And I just do the dashes through the points that I made. And I have my arrows on both ends. And then it says y is greater than. If it says greater than, we're going to shade above the line. The next one, I'll do it in a different color. This one, we're going to subtract x from both sides. So we have now negative y is less than or equal to negative x plus 3. We then need to divide everything by a negative 1. When we do that, y is now just a positive y. My sign flips. We cannot forget to do that. If we multiply or divide both sides by something that's negative, the sign flips. I now have a positive x and a negative 3. So now we can go ahead and graph this. So we have negative 3, and then it's up 1 over 1, just over and over and over. And then I'm going to go backwards. And then it says equal to, so we have a solid line. And then it says that y is greater than, so we're going to shade above. Now it says to list 3 points that satisfy the system of inequalities. If it satisfies the system, that means it's going to be in this area up here where we shaded both orange and blue. So like, for example, the point 1, 1 satisfies the system. This solid line, so like this point right here, the point, is that 7, 1, 2, 3, 7, 4, satisfies. I want to be very clear though, a point on the dashed line will not satisfy. So like this point right here, because it's on the dashed line, is not part of the system. But I could pick any other point. I'm going to pick this one right here. What point is that? 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let's go on to the next example. This one is a little bit more in depth because we have 3 things that we have to graph. I'm going to go ahead and do the first one. It says x is less than 6. Here is where x is 6. If it's just x and there's no y, that means it's just a vertical line, and it doesn't have a line underneath it, so it can't be a solid line. It's got to be a dashed vertical line like this. And then its x is less than 6, and so we'll be shading all the numbers that are less than 6. So basically everything that we see on this graph. Let's do the next one. This says x plus y is greater than or equal to 2. I'm going to subtract x from both sides. So our sign does not flip because we're just subtracting. My y-intercept is 2. And then my slope is negative, so we're going to be going down 1 into the right 1. Then we'll go backwards because we need nice long lines when we're doing this. And then it's a solid line because it's equal to. Oh, wow, it looks like Christmas on my screen. And then y is greater than, so we're going to be shading everything above this. Last one, blue. This one's already set up, ready for us to graph. So my y-intercept is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then my slope is negative 1/2. So we're going to go down 1, to the right 2, down 1, to the right 2. It's kind of hard to see. Let's go backwards. Up 1, to the left 2, to the left 2, to the left 2. It's going to be a dashed line because it's not equal to, arrows on both ends, and it says y is less than, so it's everything down here. This is looking very colorful, but it's asking for 3 points that satisfy the system, so let's be really clear about where that is. Right here is where we see all of the shading happening. So 3 points that satisfy that system. What's in here? 2, 1. Let's do one on the solid line. 2 of these are dashed, 1 of these is solid. So like this point right here would satisfy the system. That's 4, -2. And then last but not least, let's just do this guy right here. 5, 0. Good luck on your practice today.